Well, hello everybody. This is Dr. Troy Duke with the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action, and create big-ass results in your life and business. Today's topic is this: magnets don't attract in the middle. So I'm having a conversation just a few days ago. We're on a coaching call, and one of the things we were talking about was Be Bold, which tune in to Be Bold is a podcast as well. But we're talking about being bold and just being able to go out there and share a message, and not a message that is meant to push people away, but literally a bold message that would be meant to pull people in, attract them, wake them up. If you notice, some of the ads that you look at on Facebook or Instagram or even on TV tend to be the bold ones, the ones that make some claim. They have a hook that really draws you in to want to watch and or listen to what it is that they're saying. And so in this conversation, the topic that came up was vaccinations. And there are people within my own profession who are, they're very elegant in their way of being able to share and explain vaccines and why we shouldn't vaccinate. And so just for clarity's sake, I don't believe that you should vaccinate. If you do with your children, that's your choice. And I got no problem with that. I'm not here to judge anyone. We just made the choice and the decision for our family that it's not right for our family, for our children. It's based on many, many different things: research, beliefs, the whole nine yards. And so, in sharing that, you might hear it and go oh my God, I can't listen to him anymore. That's cool. Go ahead and unsubscribe. I'm totally down with it. That's okay. Because I'm not here to tell you if you're right or wrong, and you don't really need to come here and tell me if I'm right or wrong. Really, my hopes become that we can just respect each other's decisions. And at the end of the day, not let the government make decisions when it comes to your health, my health, or the health of our families. And so now with what I just said right there is a tendency for people that on either side of the coin, whether they're for or against vaccines, to tell people they're just wrong. Oh, if you vaccinate, you're a moron. I've literally seen t-shirts out there for people saying, if you don't vaccinate, you're a moron. Hey, moron, get your kids vaccinated. I've seen t-shirts on this. And it's so crazy because it's if there was somebody who was considering doing it, that probably is repelling them, pushing away. You're seriously calling me a moron because of decisions that I've made that are educated, thought through, and I probably know a little bit more about the topic than you do? Okay, well, that's your decision. And so, and what happens is that repels, right? So if we look at the two sides of the spectrum here, we go, okay, here's the magnet. On one side, one pole of the magnet are people who are for vaccines. On the other side of the magnet are people who are against vaccines, okay? And if I say that magnets only attract on the ends, then it doesn't matter about the people in the middle. I go, but the people in the middle do matter. Because the people in the middle, if there's a magnet in the middle of a U-shaped magnet, if there's a piece of metal in the middle of a U-shaped magnet. We think of those just traditional U-shaped magnets, and there is a piece of metal there. If it's a strong magnet, that piece of metal is going to be attracted to an end. So the middle of the magnet does matter. The middle of the magnet does get attracted in one direction or the other. Think about that. And so there are people who are already against vaccines. There are people who are already for vaccines. And then there's a group of people in the middle who just need more information. And if I tell them that they're wrong, which was my argument, if I tell them that they're wrong, then guess what? Those people are less likely to move in my direction of saying, yeah, I don't want to vaccinate my kids. They're going to be pushed in the opposite pole. And they're going to go with the group that says they should get vaccinated. And vice versa. So what does this mean to you? What does it mean to me? It means when we look at our lives, the act of being assertive does not mean being an asshole. I will say that again. The act of being assertive does not mean being an asshole. As a chiropractor, we deal with this in chiropractic every day because we don't prescribe drugs and medications for our patients. What we do is we teach people how to live healthy lives and make sure that their nerve system is functioning properly, because the nerve system controls every damn function in your body in the first place. So if that's not functioning properly, of course your body's breaking down. And so we don't tell people they're stupid for not getting that. My job is to educate people to help them to better understand that. And as they start to better understand that, they know that there's a time and a place for medicine. And it may not be right now, that there are other natural ways that we can allow the body to do what it is meant to do. And so if I'm assertive, I'm merely honoring that myself and my opinions matter. And I share those opinions not in a way that I'm trying to tell others that they're wrong, but in a way that I'm merely sharing with people that I honor myself and my personal opinions. And all too often in society, it happens all the time. Somebody has an opinion in how you're working out or how you're eating, and we go on the defensive because we're aggressive at people, not assertive with people. We look at that with spirituality and beliefs in God or not, and people they just want to position themselves on the opposite ends of the pole instead of letting people have their own opinions. Relationships, business, this happens all the time. Being assertive does not mean being an asshole, because the people in the middle do matter. The people in the middle are looking for a place to go. They might be looking for you as their leader. They might be looking for that. They want to follow you because of your beliefs and your values, and they look up to you. But if you're an asshole, don't be shocked if they don't want to come follow you. Don't be shocked if you push them away into another direction. And I'm not talking about saving. This conversation has nothing to go out with trying to save people. The conversation has to do with you being a leader, you being assertive, and you understand, and again, I will say it again, assertiveness is not being an asshole. Assertiveness is going out there and finding ways to communicate that can attract the people in the middle to your end of the magnet, because they're going to go somewhere. And if you push them to a degree of telling them how dumb they are, how they're an idiot, they don't get it, they're morons, as people like to say, who do get their children vaccinated, they want to tell us people who don't do it that we're morons, it's insane to me. It's just not even worth having a conversation with people because they're so close-minded. You're listening to me, you're open-minded. I know that already, number one. Number two, there is a voice within you that needs to speak up. And that voice can attract people who are in the middle. Those people matter. But if you don't speak up and you don't attract those people, you're never going to grow and expand. The business that you want to create in your life will never grow and expand, which means you have to step out of your comfort zone, honor yourself, that your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions matter, and go share a message with the world. And when you do, you'll start to create the footprint that most likely you've always wanted to create. All right, folks, that's all I've got for you here today. It's a deep, deep conversation there with you today. I hope you have some level of value with it, because this is something that for most people in any side of business, no matter where you are in the business world, if you can learn to honor that voice within you, be assertive, don't be an asshole, you're going to see the entire world around you change, because you're going to become stronger on the inside and on the outside. That's all I've got for you here today. Hey, if you haven't already, head on over to iTunes, Google Play, or Stitcher. Make sure you rate and or review this podcast. And as always, if you need anything from me, please email me, drtroy@commitandgo.com. That's all I've got for you here today. I am Dr. Troy Dukowitz. This has been the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action, and create big-ass results in your life and business. We'll hear you next time. Bye-bye.